What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm bringing you a Ceruledge team. This team was created by DrBananaMan over in the Pokesports Discord. Thank you very much for making this team. As you might know, if you're a fan of this channel, I happen to like ghost/fire types that have flash fire. It's kind of like my favorite niche. What Ceruledge can do in a restricted meta, which seems to have a power level way over its head, is actually pretty neat. With the ghost typing and the flash fire, you're immune to most of Koraidon's moves. And when Zamazenta's being talked about, you're immune to Body Press, and Heavy Slam or Behemoth Bash isn't going to do much because you resist. And you can also Grass Terra to get around spores and stuff. So overall, a pretty decent anti-meta mod. On this team, we've got Zacian and Terapagos as the restricteds, and Ceruledge's ally switch can cause it to switch places with either one of them, either eating up a fire move intended for Zacian or a fighting move intended for Terapagos. Pretty good in the late game, since a lot of people's plans against Terapagos will be save it for last, bring in a powerful fighting type, nuke it, but if you can pull off the ally switch at just the right moment, you'll mess them up. The rest of this team, we've got a Rillaboom, pretty standard Rillaboom, a fast Fluttermane with Thunder Wave and Icy Wind, and an interesting Grimmsnarl set. It's got the standard Light Clay Reflect, Light Screen, Spirit Break, but it's also got Imprison, so if you're up against another Screens user, typically another Grimmsnarl, you can Imprison and they can't set up screens. It's a pretty cool tech. But anyways, I'm super excited to see if Ceruledge can actually do anything. Let's give him a shot. Alright, we've got... Oh, that is such a sick team! Okay, they got Miraidon, Alolan Raichu with Surge Surfer to double its speed on electric terrain, which we have a couple ways to get rid of that could be useful. Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Ice Rider, and Kleavor. Kleavor? Kleavor can set Stealth Rock with its attack, so if Terapagos comes in after that, we'll have to protect to get our shell back. But I think it's also fine to lead Terapagos. Terapagos lead with Grim? Getting screens up could be nice. I definitely want Ceruledge and Rillaboom though, so maybe it's actually Zacian, Terapagos, Ceruledge, Rillaboom. Zacian can massively threaten everything basically, especially with Terapagos and Rillaboom to turn off terrain. I'll have two options for turning off terrain right away. Grimmsnarl screens would be nice, but I don't know if I can afford that here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Ceruledge will have a lot less health if it comes in on Stealth Rock. But I do like having the Ceruledge. Ooh, Jigglypuff. Especially for their Iron Hands. If Iron Hands wants to throw a big fighting move into Terapagos, being able to protect against that even just once would be massive. Okay. Fluttermane. Not exactly what I expected to see. This could pretty easily be some shenanigans. With their booster speed Flutter, they could Icy Wind, become faster than Zacian, and then blow it up or Volt Switch out. I think it might be fine to hard swap Rilla and attack. I could also double protect just to see if they're going to Terra. You know, I don't hate double protect. We can bait out whatever Miraidon's about to do. That would be pretty nice. And also their team is so interesting that I suspect there may be some weird stuff going on. Alright, we do see the Terra. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like Terra Fire Miraidon with Overheat, you know? Okay, Terra Electric. Good to know. I'm assuming Volt Switch. You know I have Volt. Zacian Protect, Terapagos Protect. No Protect from their end. Probably Icy Wind, Volt Switch. Memento Fluttermane. Hello? Excuse me? What is happening? Memento Fluttermane with Light Screen Miraidon. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna Calm Mind with my Terapagos. And click Play Rough into the Miraidon. Okay, they taunted. What is happening? Alright, I get the full power Play Rough. They don't have Reflect or anything. They didn't slow me down. Now they have Reflect. Let's bring Rillaboom in. And I'm gonna go for a Blade onto Fluttermane. I want the Fluttermane gone. If they're not gonna Memento themselves out of here, I want them gone. The Miraidon, sure, could be scary. I don't even know. I expect they're expecting another Play Rough there, so they could swap, they could Icy Wind Volt Switch, they could... They're just going to Shadow Ball with Fluttermane. Okay, getting rid of Fluttermane seems like the right call then. They're going to stick around and be annoying. So goodbye. And I had no concerns about getting that knockout through Reflect. And they Volt Switch out. Okay, good play. It's on to Rillaboom, so we take nothing. And we can just pivot our Rillaboom out next. They could bring Miraidon right back in. We do have a Fake Out turn. We'll get to see at least one more of their Mons here. Ice Rider behind both screens, but with no Tera. Miraidon is back. Okay. Let's go Fake Out Ice Horse. Do they have priority blocking? No. Yeah, let's Fake Out the Ice Horse. Play Rough into Miraidon. Yeah, Ice Horse just protects, that's fine. Effectively the same. As long as we connect Play Rough, it should be enough damage. Thank you, Zacian. Alright. I went for that combo because I knew I would get the KO, but there's no way, unless I crit, there's no way I'm going to get the KO on the... Ooh, okay, Iron Hands is here. I want damage into Iron Hands. I'm also into Ice Horse. I think U-turn the Ice Horse Behemoth Blade is the right play. Yeah, they Fake Out Zacian. Okay. You kind of had to do that. U-turn should do something. It does something. Alright. And as long as electric terrain is up, they're not healing. Let's bring in Ceruledge. Ceruledge the Humble. And they trip. Alright. Light screen wore off. Really? So this is your last turn to Reflect. We could double protect. Yeah, I don't mind double protecting. Stall one turn of Trick Room, get rid of their Reflect entirely. I'm a little worried that a double up into Ceruledge can just take it. They're Horse protected. Interesting. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not cool. They'll most likely target Zacian with a Wild Charge, Thunder Punch, something like that. I could ally switch to keep Zacian safe. And Behemoth Blade the horse. That's my best call right now. I can't if I call wrong though. Drain Punch, whiff, perfect. Thank you, Ceruledge. You did exactly what I needed. Oh, okay, nice. And we blow up the Ice Horse. Perfect. Let's go. Oh boy. Alright. Last turn of terrain, 2 turns of Trick Room. Protect Zacian, bring in Rillaboom, and then we have a fake out, play rough, and then, yeah, and then Trick Room's over, and then we got this. Whew, thank you, Ceruledge, coming in real clutch there. Cool trainer card, too. Alright, we got CSR Zama with Urshifu, Smeargle, Alolan Ninetales, and Articuno. Okay. Oh, wild. I love it. CSR Zama is a little annoying, but Ceruledge is great into Zama, and Shadow Sneak is pretty good into Shadow Rider. I could just throw Zacian out there behind screens and start doing some stuff. With Terapagos, Ceruledge in back. I don't love Rillaboom. Fluttermane is... Fluttermane's okay. Thunderwave Fluttermane especially is pretty cool. Moonblast, but not Shadow Ball. There could be an argument for Flutter here over Grim. I think the screens could be big. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd rather have screens if they're gonna go Blizzard spam. Because I'd like to take as many Blizzards as possible, thanks. Ooh, cool trainer card. I like it. We've got Articuno Smeargle. I have no idea what's happening here. I genuinely don't know what this is. I'm going to Behemoth Blade the Articuno and Spirit Break the Smeargle. Just to break its sash if it has one. I genuinely don't know what's happening. Okay, they just fake out. That is perfectly okay with me. Zacian flinches. Articuno just sets Tailwind. Okay. Spirit Break. How much does this do? A decent chunk. So as long as it doesn't get a defense boost, we could KO. Attack up. Special defense down. Okay. Yeah, let's protect Spirit Break. Because I'm worried about Smeargle behind Tailwind sporing everything. And I think the spore would more likely go into Zacian. Protect from Articuno implies you're not going to spore Zacian. Dang. Okay. Hope everyone's nice and sleepy. Because we're all going to bed. Defense up. Great. I think we just deal with it. Behemoth Blade toward Articuno. did burn a sleep turn already. I could just wake up right now, in which case I'd rather light screen. Because now we're in a position where I kind of want to stall out with these smaller threats on the field rather than let them getting into bigger threats. Sheer Cold, that's a big threat. Okay, not a fan. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. Behemoth Blade there. Let's go for a Spirit Break on Smeargle again. Smeargle swapped. Okay, if I can catch a Shadow Rider with Spirit Break, that'd be cool. Ninetales? Oh, you dropped one of your restricteds to do all this stuff. Interesting. Just start spamming Blizzard. Okay, can't freeze me because I'm asleep. And Zacian wakes up, and Behemoth Blade misses. Fantastic. Alright, do you have one Tailwind turn left? No, you do not. So I can Blade freely. Would you be Sash on Ninetales? Nah, you wouldn't. Try to light screen and get rid of Ninetales. They could Terra the Ninetales here. That would be perfectly valid. Nope, it's the Articuno. Okay. Into Steel. Alright, I can deal with Steel. Sacred Sword is nice. Tera Starstorm, super effective. We got our light screen. Probably try to set Tailwind here. But as long as they're not Sash on Ninetales, yeah. Goodbye. And there's a oof. Crit on Grimmsnarl. Oh, okay. So that wasn't that much damage. And no freezes, and more importantly, no Tailwind. Zamazenta is their last. Interesting. I definitely don't want to let them get free anything. Tailwind. I think I just want to Sacred Sword Reflect. Try to bust down that Zamazenta. As soon as possible. Since I can actually trust my moves to connect with that. Yeah, 2-shot. Nice. Heavy Slam, fine by me. Okay, and they do set Tailwind now. That's alright. I think it's Ceruledge time. Ceruledge the Humble. Y'all can't do much to Ceruledge. So I'm happy to just protect Bitter Blade. And I'll Bitter Blade through the rest of your team. Unless you can freeze me. Or hit me with a Sheer Cold. Because yeah, Zamazenta can't really touch this. Heavy Slam is all you can do. Body Press, sure. So you're going for Blizzard, you're gonna need the freeze. In which case, you probably should have gone Sheer Cold. It has a higher dot, 20% when you're not an Ice type. Versus only 10% on that freeze. Ooh, almost enough. Yeah, they got no shot against Ceruledge here. Let's Sacred Sword, and we'll just Shadow Sneak to finish off Zamazenta. Which hopefully is enough. They had a really cool team strategy, but Ceruledge, too good. You know what I'm saying? Goodbye. They still have Smeargle? I don't remember if I actually KO'd the Smeargle. And they freeze Zacian. Ooh. Oh, and we immediately thaw. Honestly, should be spamming Sheer Cold in my opinion. Okay, yeah, they do still have Smeargle. Is this the last turn of Tailwind? Yes, it is. Okay. Protect, protect. You can go for a Spore on somebody, but it'll only do so much. You're gonna have to get the speed boost from your Moody. Ooh, Spore into Ceruledge. Sheer Cold. Yeah, you should be spamming Sheer Cold. Since you tear it out of Ice type, it's only 20 accuracy, but it's still probably your best bet. Attack Rise? That's too bad. Oh, and a speed drop. Ceruledge guaranteed to be faster than that now? Oh, Ceruledge is faster anyway. Ha! Sacred Sword there. Bitter Blades, Miracle. Petals just canceled. Yep, what can you do? Let's go. Let's go, Ceruledge. Good trainer card. Alright, we've got Kyogre Ice Rider with Rillaboom, Ursaluna, Grimmsnarl, and Landorus. Well, we can try out our own Grimmsnarl imprisoning theirs if we want to go that way. Terapagos seems pretty neat here. Our own Rilla seems important. I don't know if I'll be able to preserve Tera for it, though. Or if I would even want to, with them having 2 ground types and a Kyogre. Yo, that's pretty scary what they got going on. Okay, I like Terapagos. I'm gonna go with Terapagos. For sure. Is this Rillaboom got any speed in it? Yes. Okay. Rillaboom, Terapagos with Ceruledge. Ceruledge being able to ally switch and blank just one attack in the late game going into Terapagos would be fantastic. Is Zacian worth it when they have all those ground types? Or do I want Grim for screens and go all in on Terapagos? No, I think I want Zacian because Trick Room's not going to be up forever. And outside of Trick Room, Zacian can do big damage to anything on that team. Maybe not one-shot everything on that team, but anything that's taking some damage is going to go down. Especially if I can preserve the attack boost on Zacian by bringing it in late. Ooh, Shiny Scizor. Some people don't like Shiny Scizor. They think it's an ugly green, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think Scizor's cool in general. Alright. Kyogre Grim. You know, I don't hate this. We are faster than the Kyogre. Okay, so they're slow and tanky. If they Tera, Starstorm will do even more damage to them. I'm happy to Calm Mind. Let's back out. They don't have any priority blocking, so yeah, let's Calm Mind and just fake out the Kyogre. Worst thing that can happen is they fake out Terapagos and have Covert Cloak or Grass Terra or a Ghost Terra Kyogre. They have Ghost Terra Kyogre. Uh-oh. And they have fake. That's the worst thing! I called it too. I said the worst thing that could happen is they fake out Terapagos and have Ghost Terra or Covert Cloak Kyogre. You heard me, right? This is the worst thing that could happen. Yeah, they're gonna Water Spout, and Terapagos is not gonna appreciate that. Okay. Fantastic. Love it. Don't actually love it, but love it. Let's go for a Calm Mind and just Wood Hammer the Kyogre. See if that does anything. Really not sure what's gonna happen here. It could be Thunder Wave Rilla. Like the one saving grace here is that our Rilla's faster than their Kyogre, but they could totally just undo that. Perhaps I should have attacked Kyogre. Okay, Kyogre swap is nice. It might just be Spirit Break to finish off Terapagos and something to live Woodhammer. Oh, that'll take a decent chunk from Woodhammer, not gonna lie. And you burnt Tera now, so if Zacian comes in, we might be able to sweep with that. Grim is fast. That's a super fast Grimmsnarl. Okay. Here, have a Woodhammer. Bonk. Not half. They're the leftovers variety. Okay. Well, they're in Behemoth Blade range. That's all I care about. You're in Blade range, so I'm gonna Blade you. And I'm gonna U-turn out on the Grim. Terapagos was apparently not the way. But you know what? We're gonna make this work. And then when Ceruledge is in, then you're in trouble. Because you have Spirit Break, not Foul Play. Well, I mean, you have Fake Out and Spirit Break. I guess you could have Foul Play. Or even Sucker Punch. But we have Shadow Sneak into Kyogre, maybe. Okay, they do have Reflect. Probably Reflect, Light Screen, Spirit Break, Fake Out. Reasonable. But I think you still go down for Reflect. Yeah. Get out of here. The Reflect is a little annoying. Damage potential into Kyogre is limited. I really want to know who their fourth is. We got rid of one of their restricteds. We forced Tera out on another one. Spirit Break Grim is useless, so I'm gonna let that be as long as it wants to. Landorus is their last mon. Interesting. What's the status of the rain? 2 turns. I'm gonna Water Tera, Behemoth Blade, and bring in Rillaboom. I think they're gonna Sandsear Storm. So I want to be able to live that with everything I have. Ally Switch wouldn't be able to get around Sandsear Storm either. My question is, since I know they don't have speed control because they probably have Light Screen, my question becomes, are they Scarflando? No. Perfect. Big damage. Love to see it. Sandsear. Not getting any KOs. Not burning nobody. Because you're Sure Force. Spirit Breaking by Rillaboom does a decent chunk, whatever. Is there any chance your Grim is Covert Cloak? You wouldn't be fast and Covert Cloak. So I'm happy to Blade Landorus now. Fake out Grim. Yeah, Landorus is just going to protect. Try to get a cheeky hit in with Grim. Not going to allow that. Yeah, and you flinch. Cool. Them getting their rain back up is a little annoying. Here we can Behemoth Blade and bring in Ceruledge for the inevitable Spirit Break. Maybe they call that in Spirit Break the Zacian, start wearing that down. This game would be a lot harder if they had Thunder Wave. Like, the fake out turn 1 being quite an interesting play, sure. It got them a lot of momentum, but I think overall Thunder Wave would have done better for them. Because Zacian, once you get rid of your steel resistance on Kyogre turn 1, yeah, I can just blade. They go for a double protect on Landorus. I think that's the right play. I think that's perfectly reasonable, and it wouldn't change my play here either. I don't want Kyogre and Lando to both come in at the same time. Yeah, Spirit Break into Ceruledge will be negligible. And, oh, we're Clear Amulet too, so we don't even take a special attack drop. It doesn't matter. Potentially last turn to Reflect, but they're most likely gonna have more turns. They're probably Light Clay. Let's just go for the Behemoth Blade. Shadow Sneak into Kyogre. We'll wear you down. That's a decent chunk. That's a much better chunk. Spirit Break into Zacian makes sense. Do you have Thunder? Is a big question. Nope, just Orchid Pulse. Zacian needs that. Beautiful. Crit on Ceruledge, oh no. Who cares? Ceruledge, you did good. You did good. And then Rillaboom can Woodhammer, and we can just throw the blade at Grimmsnarl, and we should be good. How can I lose this? If I Behemoth Blade Kyogre, and they protect Kyogre, I would lose. So I need Behemoth Blade the Grimm. Here I can actually Blade Kyogre fake out Grimm. Yeah, I can do that here. Since we already know that they aren't close. And goodbye, Kyogre. And then there's no way behind Reflect you're going to take a Behemoth Blade and a Grassy Glide. So, good game. Whew. Losing Terapagos was pretty rough, but Zacian kind of crazy, huh? Ceruledge definitely helped, but Zacian carrying hard here. And I'm clicking Grassy Glide instead of Woodhammer since they are faster than my Rillaboom. But I don't think it matters. It'll take them a while to get through both. And they were probably in blade range anyway. So they're playing it out. And they're down. Goodbye, Grimm. Thought you were slick turn 1, huh? That was a cool turn 1 play, but we brought it back. I love it. Good game and good trainer card. Okay, my opponent is number 6 on the in-game ladder. 6. I'm terrified. It's Lunala Koraidon with Incin, Amoonguss, Ursaluna, and Rillaboom. Ceruledge can completely wall Koraidon. If we Grass Terra in front of Amoonguss, we could block a Spore. So we have a decent matchup here. Things could work out. Ceruledge does seem pretty nice. Its weakness to Moongeist Beam could be a liability. It's also weak to ground. They probably don't have Earthquake, though, if they have Rillaboom. They also have Intimidate. So I think it's Terapagos on lead. Maybe with Grimm, but they could easily go Fake Out, Take Out Grimm. Terapagos Fluttermane, then. With Ceruledge Zacian. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm a little worried about Trick Room, so maybe Flutter Mane isn't the play. Like, Rillaboom's fine. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I think that's fine. Flutter Mane, the most it can do is, like, it could paralyze something, which could help even when Trick Room's up. But overall, might be... That's an interesting trainer card. Is that a pink Heracross fighting God? Okay. Looks like they're going hard into the Trick Room mode. Okay. Let's see, which ability goes first? Gorillas or Ensign? Rilla. Alright, we can fake out their Ensign if we want and get a Calm Mind up. I think that's what I need to do. Prevent them from getting a fake out onto our Terapagos. Or getting a parting shot into their sweeper. If they hard switch in their sweeper, great play. All I can really say about that. But I think my play is pretty kind of obvious. It might be easy to read, but they're going to allow it. They're going to allow it. They don't even go for fake out, so I think they're trying to parting shot into their sweeper turn one. Yeah, they just... Okay. Don't want to leave Rillaboom in, but I also don't exactly want to bring in any of these. Could be Protect Pagos. So they would want a parting shot there. And you turn out on their Ensign. If I can keep Ensign on the field, that might actually benefit me. Ooh, going for a knockoff into Pagos. I can live with that. And you turn before the Lunala. Uh-oh. That I don't like. I guess it's Ceruledge, but if they're just gonna Moongeist Beam there, which is a possibility, it's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ah, Ceruledge, no. I didn't expect us to... Rillaboom slower than Lunala. That is interesting. Pagos moves after Rilla. Let's get ourselves another free Calm Mind boost. How about that? I'll be interested to see the speed tiers between Pagos and their Lunala. We're seeing a Tera. Is it Ghost Ensign? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. You are number 6 on the ladder, and you've called every turn I've made so far. I guess you haven't called everyone. Let me fake you out. Knockoff will do some damage. Get our Calm Mind up, though. And then there's Moongeist Beam. Okay. How's this Trick Room going? 2 more turns? Yeah, what if I just Tera Starstorm and Woodhammer the Lunala to break its shield? Sure, I get rid of my grass, but I have a super effective move on Incin, unless they parting shot out, which they... And that could be a pretty reasonable play, honestly. I'll hit whatever comes in pretty decently hard. I'm at +2. Well, I guess I'd be at +1 if they parting shot the Pagos. They call that in Wide Guard. Because of course they do. And Flare Blitz the Rillaboom. Because of course they do. I'm not gonna get a play right, am I? I think I got intimidated. I shouldn't have looked at how high ranked they were. I think I got inside my own head here. And they're... they're playing pretty crazy good, huh? They're gonna call me to protect Zacian here to get out of Trick Room. They're also gonna call me not Starstorming. So I'm gonna just do the opposite of what I think is the correct play. I'm gonna Starstorm and I'm gonna Behemoth Blade. Because I think the correct play is to protect and use a single target move. You know what? That seems to work. Okay. Just do the opposite of whatever a good play is, and that's how you beat this guy. Cool. Moongeist Beam, but we'll hit you with a Behemoth Blade and get out of Trick Room. And then have to deal with Koraidon, which you already used Tera, so that might not be the worst. You don't take the KO. Lunala is actually faster than Pagos, so they can hit Zacian and Rage Powder. I'm gonna Starstorm Protect. They could easily call this and Wide Guard Spore Pagos. Protect a Moongus is okay. Moongeist Beam, let's go. Okay. If the game is all calls, then... You know... What can they do now? They can bring in... They wouldn't bring in Incineroar. They bring in Koraidon. They Rage Powder, take KO. Yeah. So I Tera Starstorm. Seagull target has to be enough to take out Koraidon? Yeah, that's my only play, because they're going to Flame Charge Zacian, and then they're going to Collision Course. Yeah, they're going to Rage Powder, Flame Charge, 100%. Guarantee that's what they're going for. Why are they faster than my Zacian? Is that Scarf Koraidon? What is happening? Oh my goodness. Really? Really? It's unwinnable now. Good game to my opponent. Is this Zacian slower than I think it is? No! It's not. That is faster than every Koraidon. That is a Scarf Koraidon. Yeah, so they have Fake Out into Collision Course, and then if I Protect, they have Collision Course into Flare Blitz. I don't even think I have the strength to knock out the Incineroar. So I run away. I came to my opponent. That was a fun one. Scarf Koraidon? If I had preserved Ceruledge better, maybe I would have had a shot. Oh man, good game. And we are back. I think a pretty decent set of battles, even though Ceruledge did not a ton, but it didn't do nothing. It was definitely useful. Thank you very much, DrBananaMan, for making this, and thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.